It is day number 11 of the self-quarantine here in Los Angeles. I'm staying home right now. There's no need for me to go. I still have plenty of food, plenty of supplies to sustain me up until maybe this week or next week. But when I do have the opportunity to go outside, when I need the necessary essential supplies, I will. And I will be using the camera to basically show how life is drastically changing here in Los Angeles by every single day. New restrictions, making sure that everyone is keeping their distance of the social distancing, and also what does it mean for businesses? What does it mean to restaurants, to grocery stores, to the way of life? Uh, so far, the update here in Los Angeles regarding COVID-19, here in the Los Angeles County, it's been so far registered. There have been around 600 cases of the coronavirus that people have been infected with, and in counting, it's still increasing. And also, there have been a number of fatalities here in Los Angeles, and it's been in really wide ranges of ages, meaning there have been people that have died over the age of 65, people that have died uh, around the 30s, there's people that have died in their 20s, and just recently, someone has died that has been under the age of 18, a kid. So that just goes to show you that this disease hits everyone. It does not discriminate. It does not discriminate of your ethnicity. It does not discriminate for your age. It hits everyone. And if you're not careful, you could be one of those fatalities, unfortunately. So that's why I'm making sure that I'm practicing my social distancing and staying at home so it won't overwhelm the hospitals, from, unnecessary going outside if we don't need it. Because the only reason you should go outside is to get essential things. So that is a little bit of good news. And so far, a lot of people are actually now listening more and more, and the police are actually using new drone technology and helicopters to monitor people to see if they are following the rules that you can't congregate 10 at a time in a specific area, and that if you are congregating in groups of 10, hopefully you are going to those essential places that you need to go and then come back, because there's no reason for you to stay outside. The more time that you stay outside, the more you risk of getting that disease or infecting people with that disease. In addition, today it's been proclaimed all over the United States the Great American Takeout. And what that basically means is that if you have a little bit of money, if you're hungry and you don't want to cook, this is a great opportunity to actually help those restaurants, those workers who are working on the restaurants, to get a little income. And the way you do it is to basically order from the restaurant, get whatever you like. And not only that, they're also here in Los Angeles so far. Los Angeles has been the first city to do it. The mayor of Los Angeles issued a lift of, actually allowing restaurants that sell alcoholic beverages in their restaurants to sell it on takeouts. So not only if you want food, but if you want an alcoholic drink, now you have that opportunity as well. And I think that's a good idea, because I know sometimes a lot of people do need alcohol to kind of ease their tension. So that's a good thing that could maybe boost some businesses. And also, this A Great American Takeout is not only going to happen just for today, I think it's going to extend it all the way until the end of this pandemic. So, for those of you that want to help, get, help those people that are working in the restaurant industry and in the food industry, this is a great opportunity to do it. So, again, if you don't feel like cooking, don't worry about it. Just, order it out there, get some takeout. They'll deliver it for you, and it's free delivery, so it's not bad. I think they're just waiving everyone. It used to be that there wasn't free delivery; you have to pay a small fee, because of this pandemic, I think they're gonna they're waving it off, so it's not too bad so far. So I'm thinking of actually ordering out uh, once I feel there is a need to. But since I have a lot of food still around, it would be pretty irresponsible for me not to take advantage of the blessings of the food that I have. So if I feel over the weekend or any other day, I'll eat out and support those local restaurant businesses. A little bit of international news I wanted to share with everyone is that the Olympics have been postponed from this summer of 2020 to the next summer of 2021 in Tokyo. It was just decided by the Olympic Committee, and I commend them for it because the athletes are under tremendous stress and pressure. Not just pressure to perform and to win the gold medal for their country and for themselves, but also now that they need to survive under this pandemic that's going on. Because all an athlete's job is to train and to win. But now, in the back of their mind, also they're thinking about, am I going to survive this? Can I get infected? And if I get infected, is there a chance that I can die? So now with the postponement of the Olympics, now they can just stay home and be safe and train properly once this pandemic is over. A little bit of addition on their national news. In Spain, my heart goes out to my Spanish brothers and sisters. What is going on there? The number of fatalities has skyrocketed for the last couple of days. It's becoming the new Italy, like the epicenter of the coronavirus now hitting Spain so hard. It's so hard now that the Spanish government are now using ice rinks as morgues because the morgues in the hospital have been just too full. It's just too many dead people and they don't have enough beds, and they want to free that space for the upcoming new patients that are incoming in the hospital. So again, the number of fatalities in Spain is just, increasing ever so much. And then to add a little bit to the international news, but this also hits locally, mostly. There has been an increase of discrimination and hate crime towards Chinese Americans and other Asian Americans. All I can say to my Asian brothers and sisters, you do not deserve this. You do not deserve the hate. You do not deserve the discrimination. You do not deserve this dishonor. You do not deserve any of this. It is stupid, it is bigotry, and it's racist. None of anyone deserves this hateful rhetoric at all. We're all in this together. We're all trying to fight this disease. And instead of lending a helping hand and helping our brothers and sisters in this fight of this virus, we're dividing each other because of this stupid racism. But again, for those people who are discriminated against Chinese, where do you find your facts? Why do you do it? Because you're stupid? Because you're ignorant? Because you're racist? Or you're all three? It is simple. Because everyone here in this country has the right to come to this country for equal opportunity, for the American dream. And if you want me to give you a little history lesson, guys, alright, there is no true Americans here. The only true Americans here are the indigenous people. But guess what? The Europeans came here, raped and pillaged, and stole all the Indians' territory, put the disease out there, killing millions and millions of them, pushed them all away into reserves, and then they are called true Americans. Ooh. But again, who are the true Americans? The true Americans are the ones who have suffered so much in many, many generations here. But every immigrant that comes here in this country, right? This is a country of immigrants. But then again, ignorance has no limits. And let me just give you a little history lesson. This is just recent history. Did you know that this whole pandemic could have been averted if these two Chinese doctors did their job and made sure that this disease was made public before this pandemic ever occurred? Did you guys know that? Probably didn't. But it is a true statement. It is a true story. You can look it up in the newspaper. You can look it up on documentaries. You can even look it up on YouTube. These two doctors wanted to save the world from this pandemic, but they didn't have the chance. Why? Because of the Chinese government. They wanted to shut them up. It was not good publicity. Because of the publicity that was so bad, they wanted to shut them up. They shut them up. They put them on house arrest, and they couldn't do their job. And they were trying so hard to do their job, even under house arrest. And because this pandemic spread, because of the, the ignorance and stupidity of the Chinese government, now the whole world is suffering. And those two unsung heroes, those two doctors, those two Chinese doctors, sacrificed their lives trying to basically spread the word of this disease, to fight this disease, and to find a cure of this disease. And now all of the Chinese people there regard those two doctors as heroes and their government as stupid for responding so slowly. And then again, it gets to show you, alright? No one's superior to other. I've been hearing a lot of hateful rhetoric towards Asian Americans, from white people, from black people, even my own community, the Latino Hispanic community. And it breaks my heart, knowing that how a community could be so ignorant, so stupid, in basically making up ridiculous stories about a group of people that have such a diverse culture, such a beautiful culture, delicious food, and wonderful people. At the end of the day, cut us all open. We're all bleeding red. We're all part of the human race. Alright? And this, I make a promise. If I hear any discrimination, any hateful rhetoric towards Asian Americans, I have your back. I will not tolerate that stupidity. I will not tolerate that bullshit. I can't. And we shouldn't for anyone. And keep them on check. Alright? Because we have to work together. This is the time that we have to work together. Governments could divide. They're the ones who divide people by class. They're the ones who divide people by race. They're the ones that divide us. But we should not let that happen. This is the time we have to work together. We have to be strong and make sure that everyone has each other's back. Because if we don't do it, I can only imagine how a tragedy is just waiting to happen. And we have to stop this hate wherever it goes. And it's not just towards Asian Americans, but it's any type of hate. And finally, I just wanted to say to everyone, hopefully you guys are doing okay, being self-quarantined. I know it's tough so far, especially for those people that aren't used to staying home for long periods of time. All I can say is, again, explore. There's a lot of things that you can do inside. Like, again, reading, writing, music, movies, video games, hobbies, plenty of things to do. And this is what is a perfect opportunity for anyone, to explore the possibilities of different things. So, again, we're all in this together, and if you're feeling lonely, again, we have this awesome technology that you can talk to each other. Phone, Skype, video chat. Whatever you can, do it. We can do it. So, again, be safe, be kind, and have faith, guys.